Good afternoon, everybody. Rick Mertell here with Synergy Financial Partners and the Veteran Entrepreneur Training System Show. We're here to talk to you about our program that we put together 6 or 8 months ago. The Veteran Entrepreneur Training System is where we're looking for veterans. We found that probably there's about 200 veterans transitioning every year from the military to civilian life. And we want to help those that are interested in getting into the financial services industry to build a business for themselves, but not by themselves, with us here at Synergy Financial Partners. Pretty excited about it. This past week, we just had a Wealth 101 that we've talked about numerous times on the show. We had a live one here in St. Louis, Missouri, and we had quite a few guests, and we actually brought on board 5 new people. One of those was a Marine. So it's pretty exciting to see things start to happen, starting to grow. So we're just, going to keep doing this, to get the word out to as many people as we can, to just so that, the veterans can have another avenue to proceed into civilian life with working with us within Synergy Financial Partners. So we've done this podcast for about 20 weeks now, and we've talked a lot about what we do, how different ways that we help people in the financial services arena. We do a lot of retirement planning, college planning, and one of my biggest passions is life insurance with living benefits. And we've talked about that a lot over the past shows. But today we're going to talk about a little more about the system that we use, because we have a format system in place, a cookie cutter, turnkey system, so that somebody from any walk of life can come in with no experience, and they can learn what we do and actually help people. So we've gone over that. It's a 6-step system that we have in place, and we've gone over the first 4 steps. And every one is integral. They're very important with every step of the way. You have to do this step, that step, that step. We have to do one right after the other, so that everything will come together. And once we've gone past some things that we do, and just kind of talk about that, the different steps of building your financial house properly. And one of those, first step, of course, is ensuring proper protection. The second is, making sure that you have your emergency fund. The third is retirement. Fourth is paying off debt. Fifth is increasing cash flow. So a lot of times, people, we'll talk to people about the first few, and the biggest problem that most Americans have is that there's no money left at the end of the month, so they can't always put into place the things that they want to do. So that's why we offer that opportunity that we're offering here to veterans, the opportunity to build a business for themselves, but not by themselves, with us. So it's pretty awesome that at the end of most presentations, people are going to do one of two things. They're either going to want to follow up with doing a financial blueprint so we can help them kind of see where they're at, talk to them about their goals, their dreams. We can put plans in place for them. And then some people are going to say, hey, I want to, this is awesome. I want to share this with my friends, with my family. I want to see if I can actually increase my family's income by sharing this information with other people, getting the word out with us. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And, we get past that point. And then once we're past that point, we found that to get somebody started in the business, we found the best way to have success in this business is to start fast. So the first few days of a new associate's career with Synergy Financial Partners is probably one of the most important times in their career. I mean, they're going to, history has shown us that the faster the start, the better chance they have to succeed. And we want everybody to succeed. Had a couple people I talked to, friends of mine, over the weekend, and they said something to the effect, and these are old buddies of mine from high school, so they know a different me from previously, but they said things about the program that maybe we were just looking for people to help make us extra money. Well, that's not the case, because people that we bring into the business with us, we don't make a dime unless we help them to make money, and that's one of the things I love about this, is that we're not just a recruiting machine, just recruiting people just for the sake of recruiting. So if we don't help you build your business, if we don't help you make increase your income, there's no increase to ours. So it's and we put in all the time. Like Don Rice, the president of our company, who's usually with me on the show here, he drove from Atlanta up here to help us with the business. And he got paid nothing. He spent his own money for food, hotel, everything up here, and to put on this presentation so that we could get to more people and help more people, with their finances, and then, of course, with building businesses also. So there's nothing really accomplished with just signing up with the company. We have to do a background check because you're working with people's money. So we have to do that, and then we have to align you with all the companies that we use to, in order to put the products in place to help people. But without helping you, it does nothing for us. So I like to reiterate that, because some people think that, and some people in some businesses, that's their goal. It's just, bring lots and tons of people on, and they're going to do big things, and the people, they make money from having people in their business. But we don't make any money from having people in the business. We make money from helping people make money, and that's the only way it works. And so when we're starting out fast, very little is accomplished by merely getting somebody to sign up. I mean, our responsibility as leaders to prepare the new person for potential obstacles, provide positive experiences and results as soon as possible. So, put simply, we want to get money in the pockets of the people who we've brought into business as fast as we possibly can. Because, who's going to stick around if you're not making any money? I mean, the typical job path, you're going to sign up with a company, you're going to go work with them, you'll be a W-2 employee, and you're going to, you're obviously going to get paid every week or every 2 weeks is the typical scenario. So most people, most of us, myself included, were brought up with the employee mindset, where we get, go to school, get good grades, find a job with a 401k, and, get to work, and work and build somebody else's business. But I've found through trial and error in life that, building somebody else's dream is not necessarily the best thing, at least not for me. I mean, there are people that, being an employee is a good thing. It's not bad to be an employee, but for me, I want to be in charge of my life, and I know that if it is to be, it's up to me, and I want to work, get paid what I'm worth. And that's one of the things with owning your own business that comes into play. So with the fast start, this step of the system, we're going to do everything possible to start you running. I mean, because if you're running, we'll run with you. If you don't want to run, and everybody's different, but if you don't want to run, it does decrease your chances of success, but it doesn't mean you won't be successful. But we want to get you off, because history shows that people who start faster are more likely to succeed. So we want to make sure that happens. So while we're getting on a fast start, we want to build, not only make sales, I guess, as to be blunt, make sales for the agents that are coming into the business, but we also want to build them a team, because if they don't want to be the one person out there, we want to build them an agency, and we want to help them do that. So they're not going to do any of this on their own. We're going to help them every step of the way. I mean, we're going to help them shaping their mindset. We're going to do all the different things. Interview the new people that come into the business for them. Because they're going to show the things that we do. The things that we do are so good for people that oftentimes, I mean, probably half of the people that are in the business with me now were a client first, and they saw how good the things were that we did for people, whether it be tax-free retirement, the life insurance with living benefits. They saw how good this stuff was, that they wanted, they thought, well, hey, I think my sister needs to have this, or my brother needs to have this, or my best friend from high school, he should have this, or and one thing that I found, and something Don mentioned last week that really stuck out to me, is he talked about the story about that guy, and it's one of the things when I got into business 25 years ago, I was concerned about being that guy, that guy who talks to all his friends, and all he's ever talking about is what he does, and then people will run away, because, oh no, here he comes again, that guy. But I found through experience that being that guy is really a good thing. I mean, I've gone through, we have events, and you go through Facebook. Most people have Facebook, right? And if you've ever had an event or something that you were going to and you wanted to invite people, you go down that list of friends that you could invite. And most recently when I did this, I was going down that list, and I found 30, maybe it was 35 people that were no longer living. And every time I saw one of those, the question came into my mind, did I talk to them? Did I give them the opportunity to protect their family? And thankfully, every single one of them I did. And I have other friends on my Facebook page that I've invited to things before, and I've talked to, and then later on, one instance, somebody was diagnosed with cancer, and fortunately they said yes, and they got a plan in place, and they were able to help their family. And then I have friends that that weren't prepared to do anything, or just didn't want to make step forward, and then maybe they had a stroke, and unfortunately they didn't have anything to protect them, and now they're bankrupt, and they're having to start over. Thankfully they're alive and they're doing okay, but it's just so many times that I see the people, and I wonder, did I have a chance to talk to them? Did I have a chance to share this information with them? So being that guy, being that guy who has enough conviction and belief in what he does to make sure that his friends, his family, they're all protected. So when your brother has cancer, or his dad has a heart attack, your best friend from college has a stroke, to make sure that they have a policy with living benefits in place. It doesn't matter. You want to sit by and watch your closest friends and the people that you care about lose everything, because they were too worried about being that. If I was too worried about being that guy, or you were too worried about being that guy, that talks. That guy's the guy who spoke up, to help his friends, etc., to put a tax-free retirement strategy in place so they can live their golden years with dignity, maybe not having to work a second job, or start, being a greeter at Walmart, or working at a fast food place, just so they can have, have food and have benefits for their family. If we do these things for people, you realize your friends and your family, need to know how passionate that you are and how I am, to share this information. Once I've shared it, and hopefully I've done a good job of letting people know, what the things, the ways that they can protect their families. Then it's up to them. I mean, you can't make a decision for somebody, and most of the people, 99% of the people that I'm talking to are adults, and we as adults, we get to make up our own mind, so it's not, if I feel like I failed to share the information properly, then I'm at fault, but if I know that I know that if I at least gave the information in a proper manner and made it understandable to people, then I feel good. Even if they chose to do something different, then I hope they don't need these things. I mean, they're friends of mine. They're people that I know, people that I grew up with. And I hope that no one needs this. The one part of the plan, the plan's life insurance. The one part that everybody will need is the death benefit, of course, because I don't know anybody yet who's gotten out of this world alive. It just doesn't happen. So everybody's gonna die. I mean, God willing, I'm 60 years old. I'm gonna live to 120. And I hope everybody else feels that same way. I don't know. Sometimes I talk to people and they say, "Oh, I'm not gonna make it to 80." And I think, oh man, it's a shame that you feel that way, because life is good, and I enjoy people. So I plan on being around as long as I can, and that's one of the beauties of this business too, is because it's not taxing physically. It's not like being shot at, in a war. It's not like having to run carrying all kinds of equipment on you. It's much more. It's simpler. I mean, of course, it can be taxing on the mind, and I do get a dry mouth from talking a lot. But that's that's the price I pay to not strain my back, I suppose. But people being that guy, I just love that Don brought that up, because that's one of the biggest things that sticks in my head. Because I know that I was like that when I got into business. I was afraid I was going to be that guy, and probably for a while I was, and there might have been some friends of mine that even, ran away, or turned away, or closed their ears because they knew what I was going to talk about. But here, 25 years later, now they're all reaching out to me. They're saying, "Hey, Rick, are you still doing that?" Well, of course I am, because I'm committed. I'm passionate about this. I'm doing good things. I mean, this is the most rewarding career I think anybody can have, is protecting people, protecting families, and that's why it's so, the veteran entrepreneur training system is so. It fits hand in hand, because that's what veterans have been doing. When in their career is in the military. Is they're protecting people. They're the reason that I get to do this. The reason that we have the freedoms that we have in this country. So it's exciting to think that they can basically, I can continue the fight to protect people. I mean, I wasn't fortunate or unfortunate. I don't know however you want to put it. I wasn't a veteran, but I broke my neck when I was 5 years old, so they wouldn't take me when it was time to go into the service. But we just want to, we want to help veterans. And I've been involved in lots of different organizations that help veterans in many different ways, and they deserve all the help that they can get. But the ones that are looking to do something, when they're transitioning from the military, or even if they're still in the military and they have, extra time, and they want to get something started outside of the military for when they do transition. The beauty of this business is you can start part-time. You can do it, 10 hours a week. You can build from there. You can. When I first started, I was working 60 hours a week in an envelope factory, and then I started doing this 10 hours a week, and eventually, I got better at it, learned, started learning how to actually help people, and I was able to transition, and I've been doing it ever since. And sometimes I may work 60, 70 hours a week. Sometimes I may work 10, but it just depends on, you know, how often I can get to sit down with somebody and talk. And this is a great, I believe this is a great channel, a great way to reach more people, you know, through Ferguson USA Hot Talk Radio. So I'm glad that I know Scott, and he's enabled us to use this platform to, you know, get the word out about people. I mean, I want to be that guy that, you know, my friends, you know, when they're on a beach in Hawaii, you know, they give me a big hug because I changed their life. I mean, my friend Miles Eaton, who got me in the business, I love that guy. I mean, every chance I get, I talk about him because he is the reason that I came in this business. And he changed my life, you know, just telling me the different things. Because the situation that I was in, I didn't think I was going to, I was never thinking about being in the financial services business. Just came up a time when my family wasn't protected. And I didn't want that to happen again. I didn't like the way it felt. You know, I didn't want I didn't want anybody else that I knew to go through the same things that I did. You know, with not, you know, not being protected, not having the money, you know, to take care of the things that we need to take care of. So, you know, we got set back a little bit, and fortunately now I'm protected, and most of my friends are, and of course I'm trying to make new friends every day. So I want to, you know, I want a lot of people. With the company, we have neat things that the companies, you know, that we represent do. They take us on nice trips and things like that, and I want to go with people. You know, I want to go with my friends, the people that I've helped and help build their businesses, and I want to know that when a friend of mine, if a friend of mine is sick, if a friend of mine has a heart attack, or a friend of mine has a stroke, or a friend of mine has ALS, or they're, you know, they, like my mom, somebody has, and you know, I'm guessing I'm old enough now where I'm going to have friends that might have Alzheimer's. And there's so many different things that could happen to people. And I just want to be that guy that knows that I protected them, you know, that I protected their family, you know, and we're kind of an advocate for the children too, because if we don't protect their parents, who's going to take care of them, you know? I mean, if we don't have things in place, I mean, nowadays most families both work, you know, both parents work, and if something happens to one of them, they're in deep trouble, you know. So I can't, you know, I can't really say it enough, but being that guy is a great thing, you know. So Rick Mertell is that guy, and with this veteran entrepreneur training system, you can be that guy too. You can continue to do what you've done in the military, protecting everyone, you know, protecting everyone in the country, and you know, and you can continue doing that, you know, here as a civilian. You know, you continue to protect families, continue to serve the community, continue to do good things for the people. I mean, it's an honor to, you know, I've delivered, unfortunately, in my career, I've delivered 50 or 55, something like that, death benefit checks. And when somebody dies, there's so many people that, you know, that want something paid for. You know, you got to pay for the funeral. You got to pay, you know, the debts that you owe. You have to pay for all these different things. And to be the person who comes and, you know, I can, you know, come and give you a hug and give you money, you know, to help take care of those things. And insurance is the only thing where you can pay pennies and your family will get dollars, you know, later on in life at an unknown time. You'll pay pennies today, your family will get dollars, and you know, leave a legacy of yourself, you know. So it's so much fun and so exciting to see other people succeed in this business, and to, you know, see we have them walk across the stage and get awards, and that we're just doing this, you know, to help lots and lots of people. So we want to build an army. So that's why we started this veteran entrepreneur training system, because we know veterans have a lot of the skills that we need, and a lot of those maybe can't be taught, or it takes longer to teach, and they've already been taught them. You know, leadership, communication, the servant heart. You know, I mean, they're all serving us now, and we're so thankful for them. And we just want to continue to serve our community, continue to help people, and please just reach out. You see my email on the page on the screen there. My phone number 314-497-6854. You can go to my website. Look at some of our testimonials. My website is Rick Mertell, very simple, just like my name, .com. Go there and look at some of the testimonials. Go there and look at some of the educational videos. It's, you know, feel it out. Feel us out. Check us out. I mean, Synergy's been in business since 2013. I've been in business for 25 years myself, and Jeff Huggins and Don Rice and a few other guys started Synergy Financial Partners back then, just with the thought in mind of, you know, being synergistic, you know, working together and working together to get, you know, to help people. So take a look at the website, send me an email. I'll get you on the next Wealth 101 virtually. We probably won't have another live one here in St. Louis until November, but get on the one, you know, get on the one that's virtual. You know, learn some things, get some knowledge, and then of course feel free to call me, set up a time to meet. We can meet in person, or we can meet via Zoom. You know, depending on your comfort zone, we can do that. That's the beauty of this. We've learned through this last year and a half, or at least I've learned. I guess maybe everybody else already knew, but I've learned that we can do a lot of business just like this. We can do it. We can do it over the phone. We can do it over the internet. So just take down the information. Help us to reach more people. Share this on Facebook. It's live on Facebook. Ferguson USA Hot Talk Radio on Facebook. Ferguson USA Hot Talk Radio on YouTube. It's on it'll be on my channel soon. I just started Rick Mertell on YouTube, and just, you know, watch this episode. It's been a work in progress. I mean, I've never done this before. Don's never done this before. So, you know, I'm 60 years old. I'm not a young buck that grew up in the computer world, you know, doing YouTube videos or being on TikTok or anything like that. But I believe we've gotten better as we've been going. Every week we get a little bit better, and just really sharing the information. So I appreciate anybody who watched this. I appreciate if you would share it with anybody, and feel free to reach out. I mean, because I've got time to fit people in. We can talk about the business. We can talk about the program itself, the Veteran Entrepreneur Training System. We can help your family. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Call me, my phone, text me. That's probably the best way to reach me, texting me. And then, of course, you can email me. Check out my website. Everybody have an awesome day. I'm getting ready to go to the ball game tonight. I believe the Cardinals are on a little bit of a winning streak here, heading toward the playoffs. So I'm excited about that, taking my little buddy to the game. And everybody have an awesome weekend. Appreciate your time. Please share this, and hope to talk to a lot of people and help some people build a business and protect their families. So thank you. Have a great day.